What's up, y'all? Topic. I'm tired. Out of it. I have to be at work in like 40 minutes. And as always, we leave nice and early. So, Macy boy, I'm gonna stop by the damn gas station, get myself a morning pick-me-up, a beverage, and then we shall be on our way to, well, you know, make money. So that's the plan. Now this amazing shit. Anyway, how is everyone? Obviously, those watching now, those watching in the future. I'm okay. I'm good. Tired. Hungry, but not at the same time. I had like some sort of stomach thing last night. I felt really off. What's wrong with me? It's gonna be interesting when I get home. It's just gonna be an interesting day, like always. It's always an interesting day when you work for yourself. I'm kind of sick of working for myself. I just need some consistency in my life. Yeah, let's here we go. Early morning sunshine. That is what we do. Hello. It's always something, isn't it? Alright, one, two. What time is it? 9:23. Morning. Thank you much. Huh? Thanks. Alright, sorry about that. It's 9:24 a.m. Yeah. And damn screen off. What time is it in whatever country you're in? Like to educate ourselves. Maybe I should have just left this topic I'm about to do for an actual video instead of a live stream. What up? Okay. Just got the wheels turning in my brain now. Things I've done for money. That's kind of something I want to talk about today. I was hoping there'd be a crowd so we can have a conversation about this. But once again, I came down with like a bug or something last night. I ain't feeling on my up and up today, but I think I'll be good. What things have I done for money? Something I'm not proud of. I had an entrepreneurial spirit when I was younger. You know, I saw my mom, she owned her own business, you know. Drywall back cave. Really nice. And it was inspiring, you know. Seeing my mom be the boss. It's kind of nice. It was uplifting. It made me feel like I could aspire to be something like that. So, I was in high school, and I noticed something. The kids selling candy bars. You know, for fundraisers. They'd walk around. Here's the thing that got me. If you're selling candy bars for a fundraiser, no problem. Let me say it like this. So we used to go to Costco or Sam's Club. I think it was Costco. We go to Costco, and for $10 you can get a variety pack of candy bars. You know, 30 of them. The way I looked at it was, I spend $10, I get 30 candy bars, I sell them $1 a piece, it's a profit of $20. I reinvest that $10 every time, constantly make money. That was the plan. Because at school, man, people buying candy bars left and right. Like, they didn't even care. You know, they had those kids walking around with the, you know, for whatever sport or school thing that they were a part of, the box, with the handle they'd walk around with, they could sell candy. So in my own little way, I was selling candy, but I was keeping all the money for myself. It went on for a while. You know, I made some decent coin. Nothing really to brag about. I'd eat some of my profits. You know, I'd go through like a box a week. It wasn't like I was selling them like a box a day or nothing, but you know, it's an easy $20 a week to make on the side, and you're not really doing anything. You're just in class and someone asks you to buy candy. It's like, yeah, sure, go for it. It was an interesting time in my high school life, man. It's like if I would have known then what I know now, kind of thing. You know, I get all nostalgic just thinking about it. Expect things. I knew I had to work for it. So I'm selling my candy bars. Kind of goes business as usual. But it ended because there was one kid, remember this Mexican kid, went in my backpack and he took my kid and I wanted it back. And he kept denying it, even though I knew that he had it. And there was a bunch of candy in there. That's my money, you know what I mean? So the last day I was selling candy at that school, you know, so messed up, man. To make a very long story short, got the security involved. Me and this other kid ended up going to the office. I had a friend of mine that even admitted to seeing this kid as the witness. But the school, they don't want to deal with bullshit. They don't want to deal with he said, she they don't want to. To punish someone for something, there's a lot of paperwork involved, a lot of resources that need to be allocated towards handing down proper justice. So, at school, like the principal or whatever, or the vice principal, whoever it was that was looking over me, the situation, he basically said, hey man, so yeah, he took your candy, we looked at his bag, your bag of candy's there, but what are you doing with candy? And I was like, well, it's none of your guys' business. I was like, well, are you selling it? And I'm like, no, I like to eat candy, so I'll bring candy with me. I like to have a variety. I can never make up my mind. So that's my candy, it's my property, it's my prerogative. There's no rules saying that I can't bring a giant gallon Ziploc bag worth of candy to school. It's not, in the rules anywhere, so I'm perfectly within my right to do so. And the guy's like, yeah, well, it's just suspicious, but obviously we can't prove that you're doing anything. But since it is your property and stuff, you need to make sure you take care of your property. If someone else takes it, that's not the school's problem, that's yours. And I'm like, well, it's something that happened from another student on school property. And if someone else steals something while on school property, then it is the school's problem. And he's like, well, that's your personal effects. And it kind of went back and forth for a couple of minutes. And it finally came down to nothing happening. It's like, you shouldn't have brought that to begin with. And he shouldn't have stolen it. So we're not going to do anything about it. You can have your bag back, but we don't ever want to see it on campus ever again. That was that. There's this kid I used to hang out with, Hector. I went back to middle school. So in high school, I was like, all right, I'll chill with this dude. I didn't have a wide circle of friends, and Hector was kind of a douchebag. Well, Hector got in with this girl, man. This cute little white girl. And she was definitely out of his league. Physique-wise, for whatever, she was somewhat socially awkward, to the point where she didn't have like a wide circle of friends like one of the popular girls. But we got in with this chick, man, and she was in our ROTC, our JROTC class, junior ROTC. She was in our JROTC class, and they kind of hit it off. They started dating. Well, she had a friend. I can't remember her name. I think it was Jennifer, something like that. So, for the sake of argument, because I can't remember her name, even though it might as well be her name, let's just call her Jennifer. I remember, like, it was like a small group of us were like hanging out at school one day, and she asked for my number. And I knew this girl, I've spoken with her before, but I didn't really know her that well. And she asked for my number, and I'm like thinking, like, oh, maybe this is a chance for me to not be alone. Maybe this is for a chance for me to, like, maybe have something blossom. And I was excited about the possibilities. But I didn't really know this girl very well, so it wasn't like I got too attached to the notion of dating this person. It wasn't like I had a crush on her or anything. I barely knew her. So, I give her my number, and I'm excited from this prospect. Well, the next few days, every single day, I get home from school, I don't do nothing. I'm waiting by the phone, basically. Every time it rings, I'm urgently answering it. It's like, oh, it's Telford. Oh, it's Rob. It's fine. Hoping that she'll call. One of my friends called. I'm waiting for someone to hang out, bam. Days went by, and there's a mutual friend, Rodney. And Rodney, Rodney was kind of a cool dude. Looking back, he never did nothing wrong by me. So, no ill will towards Rodney whatsoever. Rodney, man, he had a class with her. And I was like, shit, dude. I'm gonna write a note and see what the hell's going on, because you never know. Something could happen where she lost the number or whatever. And I hadn't seen her in a few days. It wasn't like we had a schedule where we would meet up, and I wasn't gonna go out of my way. So I gave him the letter, and he goes into his health class to give her the letter. As soon as walking into class, like within 30 seconds, he walks right back out. He's like, hey man, you're kind of SOL. like, what do you mean? It's like, yeah, man, you're shit out of luck. She didn't go into any specifics, but she's not interested. And I was like, oh, she's fucking with me. Okay. That was kind of it, you know? And once again, I think we only had one class together. We had one class together. And it was a biology class. And I remember I was at the time, it was around the time I was selling candy bars. And probably about a month had passed since this incident or whatever. And I remember she was like close enough to me to where she could have asked me that she wanted to buy one of my candy bars. And so she asked the guy next to her to ask me to buy her a candy bar. And I look over and I'm like, and I look right at her. I'm like, if you want to buy a candy bar, you can ask me. There's no problem. And you know. And I'm trying to remember properly, and I think at one point she apologized or whatever. Didn't really go into specifics, but she kind of apologized if she got my hopes up for anything. And I was basically like, well, I don't know you well enough for my hopes to have ever been brought up in the first place. I mean, yeah, you know, it would have been nice, but but it wasn't gonna happen. These are like things that we go through in life, especially when we're young, trying to make sense of the world around us, you know. And I didn't get beat up by it. I didn't take it too hard or anything, but when I was younger, it was like, it would have been nice. You see, when I was growing up, I was made fun of. You know what? No. I do have to go a little bit further. This one's gonna merge. You know, I was made fun of a lot. You know, I didn't have a crazy assortment of friends. You know, the small circle of friends I did have, we were really close knit because they were all I had. Really glad I had those friends. You know? I remember there was this girl named Katie, and I don't know what it was because I was young, but I liked Katie. I liked Katie a lot. You know, we met, became friends in middle school. I don't remember the why of the house or whatever, but I met her. And blossomed in a great big friendship, man. She was cool, man. It wasn't like just like this girl that I knew. Like, she was legitimately someone I hung out with on the daily. You know, we didn't live too far away from each other, but she lived with her grandparents who were kind of old school. So it wasn't like I could go to her house and out or whatever. So I always wanted to ask her out, but I was always way too shy to. Because I when I was younger, I had this crazy fear of rejection. And I'm not gonna lie, I still have a fear of rejection, but I've kind of gotten past it. You know, there are certain stages in my life that different situations have happened, and I keep finding out after the fact, had I taken an action, how would have this played out? So when I was a freshman in high school, the whole reason why I joined ROTC is because my friend Roxanne. So you gotta remember, when I was in school, for whatever reason, I had a lot more female friends than male friends. And it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna get these girls. No, they were just, these girls I would hang out with were a lot more mellow than the guys. You know, the guys were, you know, it was all like this alpha male testosterone shit. And I just wanted to chill. When I went to school, I wanted to hang out. I had my couple of guy friends I'd hang with from time to time, but it was mostly females I hung out with. Because, you know, it was less like chest puffing bullshit. I could just be mellow, wouldn't have to deal with any fucking male cattiness. So, because trust me, guys and girls, we're equally as fucked up when it comes to social awkwardness and social drama. So, remember my friend Roxanne took ROTC, and I was like, maybe I'll go take that. Don't have to go do PE. Plus, it also counts as a science class because it's an aerospace science because it was for the Air Force. And I noticed Katie, she was taking that class as well. The moment I found out Katie was taking that class, first day of freshman year, I switched over to ROTC. Just because Katie was taking that class. And I never made a move. We still hung out, but it wasn't like it was in middle school. It wasn't like it was before. Things changed. You know, we kind of grew apart. That was the thing, man. A lot of the friends I had in middle school, of the small circle of friends I had, we drifted and I made friends, and that's just part of growing up. It's just part of life. And at one point, it was in the second semester, because I wasn't doing ROTC anymore. In the second semester of school that year, I remember I ran into her and we were talking. And she'd been dating one guy or another. And we were talking, and she's like, yeah, I was really surprised that you never asked me out. And I was like, what do you mean? I thought, like, because we would talk about, like, we were really open with each other. We talked about stuff like this. You know, she mentioned how she didn't want any guy asking her out, this, that, and the other. And I took that as, okay, don't ask her out. Respect her wishes, respect her space. And she's like, no, well, I might have said that, but I still had a really big crush on you. I had a crush on you. You had a crush on me. You went out of your way to tell me that you didn't want to date anyone. You didn't want anyone asking you out. You know. And it fucked with my head, man. It's like a thing that women do. Even when you get older, that thing never goes away. They still do this whole, I like you, but I'm going to make it seem as if I don't like him kind of thing. You know, it's such a cluster F, you know. So, and that was the starting bud. That interaction with her was like the starting bud for me to, you know, like, who cares about rejection? Because look what I keep missing out. You know, I'd rather be rejected for one opportunity but then accepted for another. You know, it's like, I'm tired of this. It took a very long time, and it was usually women. It was usually with women that I was tired of being rejected by. By the time I was done with high school, I was moving off to the military, and yada yada. And it was, there was a girl that I dated, and we broke up, and it was several months after her, and I just didn't care anymore. I changed. That breakup changed me a lot. I think one of the biggest things of growth, development socially for me as a person was one breakup in 2011. That breakup with that individual, man, it hit me more than my divorce. And I think it was because of the timing. It was the timing of it. That's what was so critical. And when it happened, the way that it happened, I just stopped caring. You know, I'm tired of putting so much energy into something for it to amount to nothing. So, that's exactly what I did. You know, I stopped feeding so much energy into an inevitable downfall. You know, I was a lot more lax. This guy gonna let me? Okay. I have to stay in this lane. Wigwam Parkway. Anyway, I guess I'm just chit-chatting, but maybe this gives you guys some indication on Mace, because I talk so much about just work. I mean, maybe it's nice to go down memory lane. Maybe it's nice to have a little nostalgia kick. It's all grit. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, I'm headed to work right now. 2 jobs tonight. I have this one and then one right after. So hopefully this one takes about 2 hours. I don't think it's going to take longer than that. I slotted off 3 hours for it, so Starts at 10, should be done by 1 at the latest, but I honestly don't think it's going to take that long. It's going to be a relatively easy peasy job, so. I gotta assemble a bed, and then I gotta put some like pool chairs together, like the lounge ones. Alright. I remember from the GPS it looked like this guy had a garden gate. Oh, hell yeah, they do. So, here's what I gotta do. I gotta let the customer know that I'm at the gate. So, I just gotta go down the street. I'm gonna end off this stream on a nice note, and I should have gone down that way. I'll go down the next one. I'll write the customer real quick, then I'll double back, and it's just so hard dealing with a stream like this. So, because I need to use the phone, and all right, here we go. Street wide enough? Well, the driveway will be. Alright. If you guys have made it this far, drop a comment down below. I'll send you some love in the comments. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for, I don't know, just listening to me chit chat this morning. I don't even know. But it's nice to just, I guess, speak out into the ether, even though no one's really talking except for Roshi Desimore. Thank you for dropping by. As always, I'm your oh so glorious and beloved Mace Valor. I don't know if there's a lesson to be learned today from this conversation, but all the same, thanks for accompanying me on my own personal little nostalgia trip of a time in my life when things were so different. As always, I'm your beloved glorious Mace Valor. Signing off.